Michael Lewis is joining us in the herd. Are you reading what I'm reading and feeling like I'm feeling? This could be really special, Michael.
The response is incredible. I mean, it's getting all these nominations for Best Picture of the Year. And, if you'd asked me a month ago if I had anything to do with it, I said, no, these guys took my book and they made a movie. But the more celebrated it is, the more I'm inclined to say, yeah, I did it all.
Well, let's explain to the audience in layman's terms, and it's virtually impossible to do that. What is a short on the stock market? What does that mean to my audience?
So it's not that complicated. Mostly when people make investments, they buy things, right? They buy a stock and they hope it goes up. A short is the opposite. You're betting against it. You're betting on the price to go down. Now, how do you do that? You borrow it from somebody. You don't own it. You own some stock, like you own some IBM stock. I just borrow it from you and I sell it to somebody else. And if it goes down, I buy it back more cheaply and I made money. But broadly, you just think it's a bet against.
Okay.
Short is a bet against. In this case, in the case of the movie, it was a handful of characters essentially betting against the entire subprime mortgage bond market, which ended up being a bet against the American economy.
Right. Now, it was three guys. Now, you got hedge fund guy, a Wall Street guy, and then kind of an uber genius guy who was kind of a loner in the movie, and it's incredibly well cast from what I've been told. How could three guys be smarter than Alan Greenspan and the government and all the big agencies?
Well, in each case, it was a little different. Why they found themselves being able to see what the government failed to see and what the big banks failed to see. In fact, the big banks were there on the other end of their bets. And I think the answer is, in part, they were removed. They were on the margins. They were removed from the system. They were at a distance from the system. So they weren't just buying the propaganda that was coming out of it. They were looking actually at the numbers. So they were looking inside these very complicated mortgage bonds and seeing who was taking out these loans. Were they repaying them? What was the likelihood they were going to repay them? They're doing the basic kind of analysis you would think Wall Street would do naturally, and Wall Street did not do.